Spomb or Spod?
Progression over time. Got to be Spomb.
Got a bit Spomb.
Yeah.
Got a bit Spomb.
Got to be Spomb. Even though in the day we've gone from like pocket rockets and for boilies and things like that, but these, what, 15 years ago? 10 years ago, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
That were a different level to your fishing, wasn't it?
Yeah, when that first come out, that type of thing, it were a game changer, weren't it?
Yeah.
In how to bait up.
And how to bait up,
As
yeah.
opposed to catapults.
At distance as well.
Yeah. It's supposed to catapults, and then obviously spod rods coming. It's all evolved since then.
It's all progression with manufacturers moving on in time, engineering, shall we say, and then that had its peak, and then out come the Spomb.
Yeah, I still think there's certain situations where you would use a spod.
Well, you would do. I mean, I'd use that, say, if I were fishing a very cloudy mix or something like that, or particles.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'd have to put a little bit of chopped crumb or ground bait in top, just so it don't fly out. But with having all the holes going round it, that's going to be creating a lot of cloud, shall we say, in water.
Yeah.
So they are still beneficial. I'm not saying they're done, I'm not saying that by far, but I'm saying, yes, it's just moved on a little bit where you can get a lot further distance with these, Brad.
Yeah.
Nowadays, and nothing's coming out of it.
I would say when you're fishing a really sloppy mix as well, like you just said, you've got to plug it with a spod, which Spomb, you chuck it all in, close it, job done.
And plus, it looks like you've been painting and decorating a ceiling if you're fishing cloud with one of these, because you've got it all over your head, all over your bivvy and everywhere.
Yeah.
So yes, of course they are. They're still on market and things like that. But as I'm going to show you, the other ones as well, it's just moved on a little bit, Bradders.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put that one down. So obviously then this hit the market, the Spomb. Different level altogether. And I would say that, rough guess, 90% of all anglers have got one of these in their in the bag.
In their armoury, yeah.
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 100%, because this flies actually like a rocket. When you put some weight in that, obviously it's the impact. That's close. So it's the impact. It's a spring loaded. When it hits the water, everything just disperses.
Yeah.
But that flies. I mean, I've seen people doing 200 yards with these, mate.
Yeah.
In right hands. So that's a fair old distance, mate. That.
There's no other way you're going to physically be able to get bait out there, apart from a bait boat, obviously.
Yeah, and even throwing sticks, you'd be struggling because bait would blow at that distance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you've dried them out for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll be like marbles. But yeah, so that was a different level. And then they did this one originally, and then they did the medium one.
Yeah.
They did the smaller one.
Yeah.
And then obviously, they still do them, Brad.
Yeah, there's the mini, the midi, the large, and there's also the new one, which is, I think they call it X, which is, it's got foam inside as well, which makes it flow.
And a lot of fisheries, Brad, now, because there's that many anglers been using Spombs on the market, obviously a lot said, because people do crack off, it's not their fault, but they do actually do a Spomb float now.
Yeah.
We can put it on, so it's not actually sinking to the bottom with any braid hanging on it. It can actually keep it to the top.
Yeah, we do sell them. We see camera
see 'em?
there. Yeah.
Little
In a
Spomb
pack of two,
floats
yeah.
that go on.
Yeah.
I mean, the littler ones, I mean, I love these because these are perfect for, you know, if you're just winter fishing,
Yeah.
or you don't want to bloodoosh, hitting water all the time. If you feather them down just right, you're getting bait out but making very, very little disturbance.
Yeah, match anglers do like the mini versions.
They do,
well,
yeah.
Don't they? 'Cause it's not too big and they don't want that much. It's supposed to be a great big feeder. But a few match anglers I know seem to be buying them.
Match
minis.
anglers up to 100 yards, aren't they?
Yeah.
When they're on feeder, so the bait
Meters.
up with meters.
Yeah.
Even though the match anglers are nicking all our products in Carpside nowadays. Yeah, so they're creating an area, a feeder area, aren't they?
Yes.
Then they just top it up with feeder.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big point, Brad, on them ones. So that's the Spomb. Like I said, I can't see anybody in UK not really having one of them because they've been on market years. First one to bring them out. So, and then we move on to the dot spod. The dot spod. Now the Spomb, you've usually got to open it and hold it with one hand because it's got a little spring in front, and then you have to either put it in with your hands or a little spoon. With the dot spods, it's a scoop. as you can see there. So if you've got your bait particles or anything like that, you can just scoop it up with one hand, and you can close it with one hand.
Yeah.
So it's convenience.
And how does that open?
That opens exactly the same. It's on a spring.
Yeah.
So it's on impact, as you can see there. Just a little clip on it, but the spring there.
Yeah.
So again, I see a lot of people when I'm out fishing, because a lot of people they do feather it down a lot. But if that lands on the side, it's not going to open.
Yeah.
So if you are feathering it down to not make a larger impact, you have got to kind of feather it where that nose end is still going into the water, because it's all on that impact where it opens.
Yeah. Now
So-
there is another spod which I know you're going to tell us about.
Obviously that's the Nash one. Then we've got the Fox one. Very similar again to the Nash one. Oh, this is a spring loaded again, as you can see.
Yeah.
So that's a solid base in that one. There are different sizes in that. Do they just do medium and
There's two sizes.
two sizes, medium and large? So again, with one hand, if you were feeding particles or your bait or liquids or anything, you can just scoop that up with one hand, close it, and then you're straight back out. You ain't got to kind of put your rod down, shall we say.
Or a good cast at Gerard.
230 yards. In fact, it just landed up near motorway M1. So they're brilliant as well, Fox ones. They're impact spod, because it's all one-handed, convenience, quick. So they swing it behind you and you're straight back out.
230 yards.
Easy. That's on a bad day. And then the new one to arrive on the market is from Wolf.
It's a completely different concept of how it disperses. Isn't
Exactly, yeah. And again, these fly out like a rocket. This is the X-Spod Performance. But again, these are on magnets now. Still spring loaded, as you can see there, inside.
Yeah.
You can fill that with one hand. But again, they come in 4 parts. So when that actually opens in the water, that's how you'll retrieve it.
Yeah.
Unless obviously you're retrieving it fast and it might just close up. But that opens in 4 ways. So again, this one you can actually kind of feather it down a bit, because it's all on the impact.
Yeah.
So you can actually eat it on the side with this one, not on the nose.
And just cast with that, Gerard. See how far you can get with that.
Just let me line up. I've got my tree there. 236. Not bad, Cass, what is it?
Not bad, that. Not bad.
So, yeah, they're all brilliant, ranging from 20 years ago with Gardner ones, your boiler rockets, probably a bit more, going into your Spombs, then your dot spods, then your X spods and your impact spods. They're all there for a reason. If you are very brand orientated, they all kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're all taking bait out at a distance into water for you and creating that smaller feeding area, shall we say.
Yeah.
So it's your own personal choice again. We've just showed you what the differences are between the different Spombs and Spods on market. So it's your own personal choice. So they do this one in 2 sizes as well, the Wolf one. So again, get to your local tackle shop or come down to Wickersley and see which suits your benefits.